all of the clickety-clack that's happening all the time. The laundry list, the grocery list, the to-do list, the what if I didn't list, what happened to me in the last 60 years, what's going to happen to me in the next 60 years. And we don't pay any attention to the moment now because we're either living in the past or trying to get someplace into the future, and we're missing the opportunity that is present, available to us. It really is the only moment. Right here, right now. This is it. Get it. This is it. This is your moment. This is the time for us to be in that place of divine expression for no other purpose than to be in divine expression. For when you step into another purpose, because you want to be successful, because you want to be a high achiever, because you want to outdo somebody, or you want to have more than somebody, or you want to have more than you have now, you have left the divine purpose. And you're not doing it for the sake of being the divine, individualized person that you are. That is the experience, the expression, and the real purpose, I believe, of why we are here in life, is to be that experience and that expression. The second activity that we're going to begin doing here is called the Season for Nonviolence. It is bookmarked by the anniversary dates of the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. So it begins on the end of January and it goes into the 1st of April. And so what will begin to happen, I believe it's January 29th, that after each Sunday service for an hour, I'm going to lead a book study club through that period of the Season for Nonviolence. I've chosen to use the book by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's called New Ethics for the New Millennium. It's an opportunity to look at how to be present in the world in the new millennium and the new conditions and appearances that are showing up now, in a way that we can be these divine expressions. And the thing that I have been enjoying and really appreciate about this book as I'm reading it in order to get prepared is that he's very clear that what he's trying not to do is to convert anybody into Tibetan Buddhism. That is not his goal. He is not trying to teach or preach Buddhism. He's trying to look at the truth and the principles by which any person, regardless of their tradition, their culture, their faith, their upbringing, their age, or any other condition that comes with them, that they can look at how to be humans being in the world in the new millennium. And so I think it's an opportunity for us to show up again as a collective group and look at the words that have been written, that are being expressed, that we can begin to look at, and how do I transform my life? We say that the Center for Spiritual Living is about transforming lives. That we want to have a greater experience to be in this life. And sometimes it sounds like, oh, we want to have more. We want to have, more money. We want to have more cars. We want to have more relationships. We want to have more of all of these things. All of that comes along with it. And there's nothing wrong with having material things, because that is what the world is made up of. Where the mistake comes in is the desire for the material things above and beyond and over the expression of just being alive. To have it just so that I can say I have it. To have it just to say, so that I can show it off. To have it just so that I can stand in that place of pride and arrogance and say, I have more than anybody else on my block. The purpose is that whatever you need has already been made available by that divine Spirit, and you should enjoy it because you are worthy of it, because you are already an expression, an individualized expression of Spirit, made in the mind of God is whole, perfect, and complete. So you are deserving and worthy of all your good. So receive your good and leave everybody else's alone. Don't try to take somebody else's good, and don't deny somebody else their good. And it's really important to understand this. I began to move into this week the idea of kind of denying somebody else their good. Because I was reading some material, and there was an article about somebody that was coming out, with I forget, a new CD or a new book or something, and I was like, why them? And you see how you get in the way? You want to take their good. It's kind of like, well, why not them? I should honor and acknowledge that this individual did the work in order to create whatever experience, whatever gift that they wanted to create. And instead of sitting there in an idea of, when am I going to do this book? When am I going to do this book? Because I've decided probably not till I'm 100. So don't go there. Honor and acknowledge them that they have their good and their way at their time, and that my good is right here, right now, for me and my way. And as soon as I made that connection, everything in my day began to shift over into that inner peace and that harmony. And it's so easy to go down that slope of thinking something else. And only when we do the spiritual practice on a daily basis do we find ourselves where we've got the handles, the guideposts, whatever you want, that you can hold on to so that you don't slip off, and that you can easily bring yourself back to center, and you can begin the journey again of being the great, magnificent individual of who you are. So as I began to look at this process and all of the things for the season of nonviolence, and there's a lot of study around Mahatma Gandhi and the work that he was doing. And it's the same principle that Martin Luther King Jr. borrowed from Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi had borrowed it from the master teacher Jesus. And Jesus had, at some point in time, was also picking up some of the things that the Buddha was talking about. So they're all interconnected. There really is no separation. When you begin to look at truth everywhere shows up and sustains itself beyond millenniums. It's the outward form that changes. Because understand this, in the physical world, everything changes. You cannot stop it. It's going to happen. It's going to change. So you can resist it, you can fight it, you can cover it up, you can make it up, you can do whatever you want to do, but it will change. The only thing that is changeless is that divine intelligence that is the eternal, ongoing life. The essence of who you are will never change. The essence